Hey, what's good, y'all? It's Latrell, and it's sad how long it took me to finally get this video out, but today I'm finally doing it. We got the Pixel 5a here, and I'm finally doing my 3-month review. Now, the funny thing is, this video was supposed to be done 2 months ago, but then it turned into 3 months because, procrastination. So we're gonna go and find out if this thing's worth it in December 13th, 2021. So y'all know what we gotta do. Let's get into it. Alright, y'all, so before I even go forward with this video, I want to say this real quick. Shout out to Team Pixel for actually sending this out to me, because they sent it to me about 3 months ago because I'm a part of Team Pixel. So good looking out, really appreciate y'all. If it wasn't for y'all, I couldn't review these Pixel devices every single year. So look, bro, Pixel 5a, when this thing came out, it was a really dope offering, and it did have some controversies with the whole 4K 60, but we'll get to that in a minute, don't you trip. But I had this phone for more than long enough to really tell y'all how I feel about it and to really get down in the facts, you feel me? So for the price of the Pixel 5a, this thing's actually gonna run you $450, but at the time of recording this video during the holidays, it's actually going to be $50 off, so you can get it for $400. So if you actually want to cop this real quick, links down below. And I know there's y'all that want to know the specs on this phone, so go and check out the specs over here on the right side of the screen. So again, I'm not really the dude to go ahead and read out the specs anymore because in my opinion, like to most people watching this, it probably don't matter. The specs don't really matter to me either. I'm a tech dude recording a video and you're watching it right now. So for me, the specs don't really matter, but to some of y'all I know it still do, so it's over here on the right side of the screen if y'all want to go ahead and see it. All right, let's go and hop up into this review. So just to give y'all a heads up, soon I'm going to be doing the change of my review structure. So I'm going to be going ahead and changing the reviews to basically like if I was talking to you, like if you was one of my homies or a family member or something like that, instead of just having it like, here's a camera, here's a battery and things like that. You may not like it and you can leave feedback down below if you want to, but I think that's the way I'm going to go, especially because like it's different and also it's just like more natural, you feel me? Alright, so y'all probably saw this coming from the jump. It's a Pixel phone, so we're gonna go and talk about the first thing, the camera. So before I tell y'all how I feel about the camera, I'm gonna go and let y'all make y'all own conclusions. So I took a whole bunch of pictures and videos on the Pixel 5a. Go ahead and check these out and let me know what y'all think about it. Got the Pixel 5a in 4K 60. We got the lighthouse over there, the pier. We got all these seagulls everywhere. The max it goes 5x zoom. And this is a camera test on the Pixel 5a at nighttime. So now let me know how this looks. We're just sitting here on the lakefront. Let's go ahead and zoom in on that hotel over there. Yeah, I mean, it honestly, it don't look bad on 4K 60. Alright y'all, so that was the Pixel 5a camera, pretty much just in the downtown area, so let me know how y'all feel about it. In my opinion, Google just never sleeps on their cameras. Google's cameras on their phones have never really disappointed me in my opinion, besides the video on like some of these older devices, but they're older now so it don't really matter. Google definitely really stepped up the video game in the A series of the phones, but the pictures and videos just like crazy on the Pixel 5a. Like in my opinion, I feel like the Pixel series takes the best ultra wide shots out of any phone on the market, ain't really even a competition with it either. Because like with the low light and just everything about it, it's just dope for me. Like I had no issues with ultra wide on it. Wide angle shots look good, but as for the zoomed in pictures, it could use some work to be honest with y'all. But I mean, at the same time, it do only got an ultra wide and a wide angle lens. So like, what are you gonna do about that? The dynamic range, everything about it is dope, but I did notice with the videos, it's got a lot more contrast to the pictures. So like I took a video of the same exact thing I took a picture of, and the video had way more contrast than the picture. But hold on a minute, hold on. We gotta talk about that overheating issue. You knew that was gonna come eventually. So do you remember remember when all of America, or basically all the world, was fighting over whether the Pixel 5a's overheating issues mattered or not? I actually did a whole dedicated video on that, so links down below or the annotation above. I got real in-depth into it, and I feel like it still matters, and it still actually happens too to this day. So I'm like on the Android 12 right now, and it's still giving me the same exact issue. Because according to Tito Escobar, aka Aloha Android, somebody told him that the issue was fixed for them, but for me, I'm still having the same exact issue. It's still overheating, so nothing really changed for me. If I pull up the camera and I record for like 6 or 7 minutes, like a YouTube video maybe, it's still gonna overheat for me. Like I'm doing right now, as you can see, I'm even recording with my S10 5G, and this thing been recording for 20 minutes, but I'm actually recording with 4K 60 like I do with all my videos, and I have no issues. I know it's more expensive, but still, we're not gonna go down there again. If you want to do that, you can go ahead and watch my test about that. But the point is that the issue wasn't fixed for me, and it's kind of annoying since somebody said it was for them, but for me it still ain't. At this point, with how long it took, I don't even know if they can fix it, because I feel like it's a hardware issue that they can't really get around. So if you're a content creator like TikTok or YouTube and you record in 4K 60, then this camera might not be for you. You might want to record in something else. But for sure 4K 60 videos or long 1080p videos, pictures and all that, the camera's gonna be dope for you, the front and the back camera. Next up, the screen. 1080p, Super AMOLED, HDR compatible. I got no issues with the screen. It looks dope. I feel like the Pixel 5a, besides the Galaxy series, has the best mid-range phone screen on the market, and maybe even better than some flagships. It's got 60 Hz, but if y'all watch my videos, y'all know my stance on 60 Hz. I really don't got no issues with it. I have 120 Hz phones, and I just really, it's nice, but it's not that necessary. I don't need it. And honestly, when I'm switching from 90 or even 120 Hz, I don't feel like, oh, I really need that high refresh rate display now. Like I can't get without a phone without 120 Hz. No, I'm not really like that. This feels perfectly smooth, and with the Pixel experience, which we'll talk about in a minute, I feel like you're gonna have no issues with like how the phone runs, and like if it feels laggy, which it won't. Trust me. Which about that, let's go and talk about the software and the performance on the Pixel 5a. Software on here, you know it's Google. You know you're gonna get the cleanest Android experience that you can get. Well, yeah, maybe the cleanest Android experience you can get. We're running Android 12 on here, and to be honest with y'all, like I'm not really the biggest fan of Android 12. Like I talked about this when I got the Pixel 6 Pro, but I'm getting more comfortable with it. But I'm still not really a big fan of Android 12. I feel like I still like Android 11 better than Android 12. I ain't got no issues with this, no lag or nothing. And then on top of that, you got all the Pixel features on here. Like you got the car crash detection, you got Hold For Me on the dialer, you got all these features on here. And honestly, I think Hold For Me is probably my favorite feature on here. I'll show y'all that in a minute. So we're gonna go ahead and call Samsung support, even though they got that thing where you can go ahead and have them call you back and then, you know, you're not waiting in line. All right, so as you can see here, I got Samsung pulled up on the phone. So even though I'm not on hold right now, I'm gonna go ahead and put the automated system on hold. So check this out. Hold For Me, start, and look at that. As you can see, it's gonna basically tell us when somebody is on the phone waiting for us, or we should see a message here in a second where, well, I don't know if it's gonna, there we go. So as you can see there, more info is needed from you. And you can see I didn't even have my phone with me. So you don't have to have your phone with you at that time. So as you can see there, now I'm back in the call. And they're talking. Well, they were talking. So that's the dope thing about Hold For Me. Just don't forget that you were on the phone in the first place. But you can go ahead and put that on there, and then you can put your phone to the side and do whatever you was doing, and they can get it later. So if you're calling a company that don't got the callback feature, then you got the Pixel to thank for. And like I said earlier, I don't got no issues of performance or lag or anything like that. So the processor, the RAM and everything is good on here, even though it's like a high-end mid-range processor. It's still good on here. The performance, just dope. Next up is the speakers on the Pixel 5a. So make sure you're wearing headphones right now, or go ahead and listen to this video through some really good speakers, because I'm about to go ahead and play a sound test on here. Yeah, not bad, right? I'm feeling the speakers on the Pixel 5a. They got a decent amount of bass to it, and it's pretty loud. Next up is the build quality and the design of the Pixel 5a. So as for the screen's build quality, I can't really tell y'all about that because I had this thing in a screen protector since I got it, because basically with these whole Gorilla Glass screens, they scratch way too easy. They may not break that easy, but they scratch too easy. That goes for all the phones with Gorilla Glass. It ain't just exclusive to the Pixel 5a, so that's why I threw it on here. As for the back of the phone, different story. So this is gonna be a plastic phone, so think of it what you will. I don't really know how y'all feel about that, but for me, at least in this instant, check this out. So in the corner of my Pixel 5a, you can see here that I got a little chip on it already. Now, I did take it out of the case, whose fault is that, but still. This thing don't really seem to be that durable because I ain't really even do much to it to get that chip in there. So how did that even happen in the first place? I got a couple scratches on here, don't seem to be that bad, but the build quality definitely could be better. As for the design on here, it's a simple design. It's not gonna be your 6 Pro. It really ain't even gonna be your Pixel 5, but at the same time, like it is, like that's what they do with these cheaper 8 phones, is that they just give it a really simple design. In my opinion, I like that simple design. I'm really feeling it, and there's a whole other debate whether this phone is black or if it's green. So how I said it was, it's black when it feel like it, it's green when it feel like it. End discussion. We ain't talking about this no more. Next up is the battery life on the Pixel 5a. So to be honest with y'all, I was kind of hard on the battery life, even at this 3-month mark of me having the Pixel 5a. But to be honest, like, this is some of the best battery life I've ever had on a phone. The Pixel 5a lasts all day for me, and it probably even give me some battery throughout the next day. So for this Pixel 5a with my usage, that's probably the first phone to ever do that for me. I don't even use my phone like that, but I stream a lot of Spotify, and I make a lot of calls and things like that. So that's probably why my battery be going down faster than a lot of other people. Also, I got about 17,000 automations going off of this phone for my smart home, but that's my Pixel 5a battery life. I got no issues with it, and honestly, like I said, it's probably some of the best battery life I've ever seen. Next up is the fingerprint scanner on the Pixel 5a. So this is going to be a capacitive one, which means it's not going to really have any reliability issues. It unlocks every single time for me. As you can see here, I'm touching it, and it's doing it for me pretty much every single time. So now I still be going for those under display fingerprint scanners more. So I know this is a cheaper phone, so I'm not really going to knock it on here. But for the capacitive fingerprint scanner on here, Pixel always does it with their Pixel phones. There's no issues with this. Next up is the call quality, texting features, 5G, and all that on here. So as for the texting features, you're going to get RCS support. So you got the typing indicators, you got the red delivered, you got all that on here. As for calling, I got no issues with this. The signal stays pretty consistent. I haven't had any drop calls on this yet. And with the 5G, this thing don't support millimeter wave, but you got sub 6 up on here. So I actually did a test on this, and I don't remember what happened, but I think the Pixel 5a actually did the best out of the 5 and the 6 Pro. I was doing some N41 5G speed testing with T-Mobile, and I'm pretty sure the 5a beat out the 6 Pro and the 5. And I don't even think the 5 got the sub 6 in the first place. I was trying to get it to hop on N41, and it wasn't doing it for me, so who knows. But alright, so now let's go and do a call quality test.
Alright, so now I'm talking through the Pixel 5a with the phone up to my ear, the house phone on max volume, so let me know how it sounds now. This is going to be the Pixel 5a on the speakerphone, let me know how it sounds now. Now, not only am I in front of a fan with the phone up to my ear, but I got G Herbal blasting in the background. Let me know how this sounds. Now I'm doing the same exact thing with the speakerphone. I'm talking on my landline now with the full volume on the Pixel 5a speakerphone, so let me know how this sounds.
And last up, we got the earpiece going through the Pixel 5a, like an actual one, not that dumb under the glass earpiece that we had on the Pixel 5. Alright, so yeah, let me know if we Gucci up on here. That fan of music must have put this thing through a challenge, so I want to hear what it sounds like after I edit this. Last up, we're going to go and talk about some of the things I like and don't like about the Pixel 5a, and then we're going to go and end this. We're going to go and start off with the things that I don't like about this. So the first thing that I don't like about this is the build quality. I was just talking about this. This thing seems a little bit too fragile for what it is. I know it's a cheap phone, but I feel like the Pixel 4a held up better than the Pixel 5a. Second thing I don't like about this is that there's no zoom lens on here. So the software can kind of compensate for that, but the software can't solve everything. So I wish there was a zoom lens on here. Third thing I don't like is a couple of things about the software. So I always complain about this, but there's no face unlock on here and Google never puts it in their phones. Why? I know it's not secure, but I don't need it to be. As you can see there, we got no option here for face unlock. It's pretty much just pattern, pin, fingerprint scanner, and all that on there, but there's no face unlock. Not even in the smart lock settings. There's nothing up on here, so that's disappointing. Second is the emojis on here. So Google, I keep complaining about this. This goes for pretty much all of stock Android, but I can't be out here in public on Snapchat with these emojis because they're looking kind of bogus. I can't front. And I got a couple other complaints, but for the price, I'm not really even going to bring it up. Another thing I don't like about this is that there's no wireless charging on here. So with all the features on here, I would hope that there is wireless charging on here, but there ain't. But there's a lot of things I like about the Pixel 5a, and one of them is the fact that it actually has a headphone jack up on there. You knew I was gonna bring this up. Yeah, we still got that up on there. So I've been using my wired AKG headphones recently, so that's been coming in clutch. And also I have a wired microphone that I just plugged into my S10 5G's headphone jacks, so I still use headphone jacks. Next thing that I like about this is water resistance. The Pixel 5a, a phone this cheap, got water resistance on it, and I'm here for it, man. I'm really feeling it. So I've been bringing my phone to the bathroom a lot to play Spotify while I'm in the shower, and I've been taking the Pixel 5a, and it's water resistant, so I don't gotta worry about it getting wet and, you know, getting damaged and all that. So water resistance is a go. The third thing I like about this is the screen size. So Google finally put a good screen size on this Pixel 5a here. Like, it's actually comfortable for me, and I feel like this is just about perfect. The fourth thing I really like about this is the microphone. So Google really upped their game with the camera this year on the Pixel 5a, and they really upped their game on the microphones too, because like last year, it was alright, but it's just way better on the Pixel 5a. I'm loving it, man, because microphone is really important to me on the phone. So alright y'all, that's where I'm going to go and cut this video, so hopefully I enjoyed this. Do I give this phone the Jennings stamp of approval, aka do I recommend it? It may be able to barely record 4K 60 videos, but we're not going down there again. I do recommend the Pixel 5a. It do get my Jennings stamp of approval. So alright y'all, let me go and get up out of here. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, go and get this video a like. And if you really liked it, go and subscribe. But go ahead and follow me on my social media at Decentech on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook, but Instagram and Twitter is the most active. Google really did their thing this year with the Pixel 5a, and I'm trying to see what they're gonna do in 2022 with the Pixel 6a, because that's gonna be even crazier. Alright y'all, let me know what y'all think about the Pixel 5a. Do you got one? Are you gonna get one? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one, and peace out.